Jimmy Buffett is not yacht rock. It's official. And I can prove it, and I'll prove it in this video. And everyone doubted me whenever somebody would bring up Jimmy Buffett as being yacht rock. I'd say, no. They say, oh yeah, because he sings about boats and stuff, so he's yacht rock. Deep down inside of me, I knew this wasn't true. I knew there was no way Jimmy Buffett could be yacht rock. Because, well, he's not on a yacht for one, he's on a boat. It's probably not a very well-kept boat either. And he's not dressed for yachting. All of that aside, his music just doesn't seem to quite fit the mold of yacht rock. And I found out just this morning that I was right. And I'm so excited about this. I even have proof that Jimmy Buffett is not yacht rock. And I'll share it with you. But first of all, I got to tell you about a documentary that I watched. Jay Brennan recommended that I check it out. It's called Sometimes When We Touch. It's the story of soft rock. It's a 3-part documentary talking about the rise of soft rock, the ruin of soft rock, and the return. It's really good. If you have Paramount Plus, check it out. It's relatively new. But there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And if there's something you see in there, an artist or a song or something you're not familiar with, go down that rabbit hole and check it out. Take notes. It's very good, actually. So anyway, the rise, of course, was talking about how soft rock became popular. The ruin of it, talking about how it kind of became a joke. Some stuff kind of became nauseating, you know? Like the title track, Sometimes When We Touch. That song to me is nauseating. There are other songs that I don't think... You Let Up My Life turned up in that doc, but that's a nauseating song. There are some that, yeah, I just can't stand it. They're too... I don't know. They're too vulnerable and sappy and sad. And there was a backlash on this. And, you know, one person said, in fact, it was one of the cats from, I think, Chicago, said the soft rock thing was so sophisticated and good that it built a wall for any artist to, you know, very hard for any artist to penetrate. So, like, punk was kind of the backlash of that, and rock and things like that, new wave, kind of broke the wall down and took over. And yeah, I can see that. I can see that perspective. And like I said, the third part of the documentary deals with the return of soft rock. And one thing that they talk about, among other things, talk about hip-hop and all kinds of stuff, but they talk about the yacht rock phenomenon. And they ask the question, where does this term come from? It turns out it comes from YouTube. There's a YouTuber out there, started around the same time I started my YouTube channel, and I'm reading, J.D. Reisner? Anyway, a link to his channel is in the description of this video. It's narrated by a guy calling himself Hollywood Steve, and he did this, like, I don't know, video series on these fictional stories revolving around Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins and the smoothness of their music, and they called it yacht rock. They came up with the name yacht rock. It was a yacht rock series, 1 through I don't know how many. It's interesting. It's funny. It's campy, and some famous people show up in them a little later on. I was just watching episode 11, which I'm going to talk about in this video. I know the guy who's playing Kevin Bacon in this. I know it's Jason Lee in the glorious My Name is Earl mustache. It's got to be him. So I don't know. They're out in Hollywood somewhere. I don't know who they are or why they're doing this stuff. But it's very YouTube DIY, silly costumes, silly storylines kind of stuff on how these songs came to be. It's worth a look. Check it out. Speaking of episode 11, this is just a clip from it.
It's mellow, but not smooth. Kind of shitty.
Jimmy Buffett.
So, if this is the origins of yacht rock, and they say specifically what they say, I was right. And I'm really, really excited about that. I think that's cool. I had no idea. But yeah, the thing with yacht rock is it's a vibe. And yeah, the Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins thing makes sense. They have Steely Dan in there. They have Toto in there. It's all in this web series. It's smooth and lush and just, kind of jazzy almost. Very high production values. It's not Buffett. Mic drop. Practice and enjoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder a lot of people out there.
They're not people, James Ingram. They're Jimmy Buffett fans.